So what I'm going to talk to you today is the invisible world. So it's something that is with you since you're born, but you don't really know, or you may know, but at the end of this talk, you will, this is for raising awareness. And at the end of this talk, you may find out that it's so important you go back and change 90% of the habits that you have. So, you look to yourself in the mirror in the morning. What do you see? You see a human being, a lovely gentleman, a young lady in the back. You see something nice, a human. Well, if there was a huge microscope in your bathroom, well, you really see something like that. You are covered with germs, microbes. They are all over you. And it's not about hygiene, you will find out. So you look like, when you move, more or less like this man. You just throw bacteria all over the place when you move. So this is part of you, and it's your human microbiome. So in 2008, scientists in the US started this project that is the human microbiome. What they wanted to know is why we have all these bacteria. Are they good to us? They are harm, they are causing disease, they prevent disease, they are helpful. What the hell they are? So, first of all, you will find out like, how many are there? Few of them, probably if I wash my hand, I have shower every day, it's fine, sorted out. Not really. You have 10 trillion human cells and 100 trillion microbial cells. That makes you 10% human. Some of them say, well, cells, it doesn't really count. What we really want is DNA. That's where the information is, in your DNA. Well, you have 20,000 human genomes and 20 million microbial genomes. That makes you 1% human. Now, all of you as a unique signature. All these microbes are part of you, and they are basically, they are different from, probably if you look to your neighbor, you will say, oh, we are really similar, we're human, 99% based on your human DNA. But based on your microbe DNA, you can basically be something between 40 to 80% different. So each of you is unique. Even twins, they are unique. They don't have a unique, they don't share a unique microbiome. So where we get all this bacteria from? Well, as everything that is good, you got it from your mom. So whatever you have been, so it will be through the birth channel, through your milk, the milk that your mom gave it to you. That is plenty. There are plenty of bacteria, and that will make your microbiome, and that is the foundation. During all your life, your microbiome is going to change, and it's going to affect how you interact with other people. Sometimes if you are moody, probably it's your microbiome. You had a bad day, just blame the microbiome. So that's just to show you something. So that it could be so strict that basically if you had a vaginal baby, it will resemble the vaginal microbiome on its mom. If you had a C-section, you will basically resemble the skin microbiome of the mom. So that is really important because some scientific evidence has shown that some babies that has been through a C-section, they were not breastfeeding, are more inclined to get disease because basically their immune system has not been trained, because that's all what the microbes do, help your immune system to find out a way of fighting other bad guys. Now, you also think like it's just from your mom. Not really. So it comes from everywhere. So if you play in the park, you get all these microbes. If you are sitting in your house, if you're in the office, they all give you some microbiome. And also when you use like bleach or stuff, detergent that kill 99.9% of the bacteria, they just don't kill just the bad one. They also kill the good one. And that causes you even more stress than you had before you try to clean something. What they do, the good one, they just help you to fight all the bad one they are around. So they help you in any possible way. So what you should really be doing is taking a good care of your microbiome. Now, there is so many ways that the microbiome can affect your life. For example, the microbes that are on your skin, when when you smell and you produce some of these chemicals, they take it down to some signal that can be recognized by mosquitoes. And that's the reason because some of you is more prone to have a lot of mosquito bites and some are not. Now, if you think about it, it's not just about the bite, it's about the fact that some of these mosquitoes carry disease. So if we can find out the way all this process works, we could probably reduce the spread of infectious disease. Also, what they are microbes are really factories. What they do, they just taking down chemicals, and they can, for example, enhance a drug or reduce the effect of a drug or make it toxic to you. So, for example, some people that have a particular microbiome find paracetamol to be toxic to their cells. Also, apparently, in some fruit flies, has been seen that they have an influence on mating. So they choose their mates based on their microbiome. So probably the next time you're on Tinder, probably you find that there is an option. What is your microbiome? See if we are compatible. And they have found also a lot more has been found in the last 5 years. Is linked to depression, is linked to anxiety, is linked to it can be linked to diabetes. There is a lot of different health conditions that's affected by change in your microbiome. For example, if you have a food allergy, in some mouse has seen that if you provide with a particular kind of microbe, the food allergy is less severe. You can even blame your microbiome if you think, well, I wasn't really eating them much, but I'm still feeling like I'm gaining some weight. So it's all the microbiome again. So it can make you fat, apparently. So if you have a lean mouse and you feed him with some bacteria, after 2 to 3 weeks, they start to gain weight and they become fatty mouse, as you could say from the picture. Now, this is all a range of things that can be related to your microbiome, all disease that can be related to your microbiome, or change in your microbiome, because the microbiome is a community. It's a community of bacteria. They are living together, interact. Sometimes they can cause you trouble, sometimes they can't. So if you look after them, there is more chances that you are not going to get one of this disease. Now, if I tell you that you are now spreading 30 million bacterial cells, just being seated where you are, and the person before you has left 30 million bacterial cells. Well, what can be used that for? Well, it can be used for finding out who was there, how long was there, and this is some evidence. It looks like a little bit of abstract art, okay? So if you follow what it's about, is basically each color is an individual. So for example, in the first panel, you can tell that in that room, in that particular room, there was the mother, the son, the father, and occasionally one of the dog. In the other one, you can tell, and I've been told that this is the kitchen counter. So you could see that there is a massive lack where the mom is not there, and there's just the father. So, and then you could see the mom comes back again. It's because the mom was left at home for a week. And that's the reason, because there's no trace of her in the room. And the same you can say in the middle is the living room. It's mainly dog. So the dogs spend most of the time there. They left their microbiome behind and then make the mess that is shown in the picture. Now, do you think, well, but this is just science. They're not going to use it. They use it just in their lab. Well, CSI Florida, because they're crazy and they think like, oh, we could basically find this new way of finding who was involved in the crime. So they had a mock where basically they had a person breaking in and then collecting samples in different areas of the room and then they could trace down who was in the room. And that is important if you think about, you want to see, if you want to have a better evaluation of who was really the one that committed the crime, that was involved in the crime, how long was there, and it could be really useful in a trial where someone said, well, I was just in the car, I haven't seen any of that. And then you find out, well, man, you were in there, I can tell you, I've seen your microbiome there. So, with that, I want just to make you aware that it's part of us. It lives with us until we die. And if you just want to remove all your microbes, you basically are dead with a good chance. So, take care of them. Don't stress that, because apparently they are really clean. You know, they can change really easily if you are stressed. And with that, I want just to Merry Christmas to you and your microbiome.